Hello everyone, Perspicacious Gamer here, and welcome to part 2 of Let's Play SAM Simulator. Now, last time I didn't show you how to engage targets with a jamming capability with the SA2E guideline system, so I'll do that briefly at the start of this video. And for the second half I will show you how to use the SA3B GOA system. So without explaining the interface, I'll just go straight into it because I've already explained how to use the interface in the last video. So we'll select the B-52 again, give it jamming capabilities, and set the target to appear at +1 minute. So you have the target, and yes, there we go. That now has jamming capabilities, and we'll select 6 missiles and start. Right, I won't explain how to turn the system on like I did in the last video, so I'll just quickly switch everything on. If you want detailed instructions how to switch the system on, just have a look at the previous video. And turn the radar on as well. There we go. Yeah, that target's not appeared yet. Okay, now to engage targets with a jamming capability, you have to select this mode here. Same with these two as well. And also you've got to, instead of left clicking the switch like we did last time, you have to right click. So that matches that there. And also you can switch on this switch as well, which allows the missile to keep going on a more or less ballistic path so that the missile doesn't auto-destruct at a certain range. Right, and we'll just, there we go, the target's appeared there, and you can see there's quite a significant jamming field. There we go, that's a triangular or cone-shaped jamming field, so we'll just feed the coordinates into the computer as we did last time. And just like last time, just scroll and right click, and the same with the height as well, so that's height and bearing both locked in. But since the target's jamming us this time, we can't lock in the range of the target because we can't see the range of the target in this jamming field. So what happens is the system, you can see the target line moving there. The system basically makes an educated guess where the target is depending on the strength of the jamming field. So if we go back to here, the maximum range of the system is 35 kilometers or thereabouts. So this ring is 35 kilometers out. So what we can do is we can go here, and these numbers at the top, these are the kilometers range. So that's 10 kilometers away from the radar, 20 kilometers away, 30 kilometers away, 40, 50, and so on. And if you select this switch here to get into a closer range mode, you then use these numbers here, like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. But we'll just select it back to that for now. Now, what we can do is we can wait till the target gets on this marker here. So that's the target's roughly at 35 kilometers now. So what we can do is we can deselect the switch here and put the target marker to about there, and then reselect that, and there we go. That should be automatically, yeah, that's tracking where I've just put the marker. So what we'll do is we'll just feed the target data into the missiles again, like we did last time, but this time we're going to fire multiple missiles at the target, so we've got more chance of a hit. So we'll just select it for a narrow beam mode there, and fire some targets. fire some missiles rather at the target. Now this red light pops up when you fire a missile, and there we go. So what we can do is we can actually target the plane now. You can see slightly there. You can see the plane now, because what happens is the radar can effectively burn through the jamming signal after a short amount of time. So yeah, there we go. There's a hit. So there's a lot of guesswork in using this system when a plane's using jamming capabilities against the radar, because you obviously can't get the range automatically. And if we just check this, yep, there's 2 white crosses there, so 2 hits. And yeah, the velocity and the altitude are decreasing. So I'm not going to wait for the plane to crash this time. I'm just going to exit and check this. There we go. Yeah, 49 meter missed distance, 23 meters missed distance. So not roughly the same as last time, I would say. So yeah, I think going by that, I think even guesswork, you can still get a pretty good hit on a target, even if it's trying to jam the signal. Right, we won't use the Google Earth function this time. We'll just close, and we'll just make a start on the SA-3B Go system. And for this target, since it's a shorter range missile system, we'll choose a different target. We'll choose the EA6, and we'll deselect this. We don't want the aircraft to have jamming capabilities because this is our first try with this system. So what we'll do is I'll select that for about, what should we say? About 3 minutes? Yeah. Right, there we go. Give ourselves some missiles so we can actually shoot the thing down. And as you can see, there's 4 missiles on each launcher here. So I've got 16 missiles, so that's 4 launchers with 4 missiles on each. So what we'll do is we'll make a start on this. And first of all, to turn the system on, you click this button here, and then this button here. And then to turn the radar on, you right click on this switch, and that should illuminate. There we go. And to open this cover, to turn the radar on fully, you right click and then right click again. And to arm the missiles, you click, 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 click. So that's 4 missiles on the first launcher, armed, ready to go. And if we just go here, as you can see, the radar system is very similar on this one to the SA-2 system, apart from there's no system for feeding the bearing in to targeting computer on this one. This just gives you a rough guide of where the plane is. However, we have a system here. This allows us to detect the bearing of the target. Just click and drag right and left. There we go. And this is the targeting computer. It's kind of similar to the SA-2, but it's slightly different. Right, we'll just right click on there, turn on the targeting radar. The system actually has an automatic target engagement function, which is controlled via this switch here. So if this switch is turned upwards, the missiles will automatically fire at the target when it's in range of the system. This light will illuminate when the target's in range of the system. So we'll just go back to the plotting board. As you see, the plotting board's pretty much exactly the same, apart from you can see the range circle here is slightly smaller than on the SA-2, because this is a short range system and it's designed to be a low altitude system as well. And there we go. You can just press the button again and you get the bearing grid up to help you with targeting. Right. I think the target should be along fairly shortly. Yep. And like I said, this system is very similar to the the entire system is very similar to the SA2 system. You've got things like height and range gauges and bearing gauges as well. Actually, if you click here, click and drag and then switch back to the screen here, you can see the bearings actually changing on the screen as well, even though we're on a separate screen. If we go back to the previous screen, there we go. If we stop clicking and we go back wherever it is. Oh, just a quick note, this screen is pretty much useless, it's just there for show, I think. And there you go, that was lucky. The target, as you can see, is that white dot. Oh. The target is that white dot there, and you can see it's moving. If we go back to the targeting screen, we'll try and find the target again. The system is a bit harder to use than the SA2 system. Oh, there we go. As you can see, the target is moving. This is just ground clutter here, like things like trees and buildings, but this is the target here. And what we can do, we can only lock onto the target at a 50-kilometer range maximum, so we'll just leave that there for now and wait for the target to come to us. There we go. So basically you've got to wait for the target to come onto. Oh, there we go, I'm trying to lose it. And when the target comes onto this line, you've got to rapidly click there to lock on, and then right click there when the target meets that line, and that's us locked onto the target now. And you can change to a shorter range mode by clicking this switch here, although it doesn't make much difference on this system, to be honest, but it's there if you want to use it. As you can see, now we've locked onto the target, the screen has changed. This outer ring, oh, there we go. Since it's tracking the target, it does have a tendency to shift because the target is moving. But when the target enters this solid ring, that's the maximum range of the missile launcher. So when the target enters this circle, we can fire the missiles at it. There we go, we can see the target on the radar as well. If we go back to the plotting board, yeah, we can see it's outside of the missile range at the moment. Go back to this screen. I'll just toggle that up again, just to double check it. Right. That all seems fine. Yep, that all seems fine. There we go. I think any second now the target should be within range. Yep, and that light's illuminated, so we can just click that, and a missile should be launched, and then a second missile should be launched immediately after. There we go, yep. That's the first missile going out to the target, and a second missile going out to the target. And we have a closer view here. There we go, that's the first missile hitting the target. Second missile's coming up. Yep, and then the second missile hitting the target. So there we go, that's a successful engagement. Go to this screen. Yep, there's the two white crosses there, so that's 2 successful hits. And we can still see the target on the screen as well. but after those 2 successful hits, the target should be heading towards ground. We can fire 2 more just to show you how good its low altitude capabilities are. There we go, first missile's going out again. And a second, if we look at the screen here, 3rd hit. And 4th hit, there we go. So that's 4 successful engagements on the target. And there we go, the target has crashed. So all we do to turn off the simulator, we go back to, if we're going to find it, go to this screen and just simply press this button here. And then this screen pops up again, and there we go. We launched, as you see, we launched 1 missile, 2 missiles, 3 missiles, 4 missiles, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successful hits. And the miss distance is a lot smaller than what the SA-2's miss distance is, because this missile is a lot more maneuverable than the SA-2. What we can do is just go onto this and go into Google Earth. Just out of interest, have a look at the 3-dimensional engagement sequence. There we go. And there we go. And there's the first hit, the second hit, and the 3rd and 4th hits are at very low altitude. Let's have a look to see how high it was. That's miss distance. It's quite hard to select some of these. Yeah, some of them. There you go, altitude 421 meters, so it's quite low. And if you try to do this same engagement with the SA-2 system, for example, it would probably miss, because the SA-3 is a lot better than the SA-2 at low range engagements. So just exit that, don't save that, and we'll just close that. So there we go, that was the SA-2 with the anti-jamming function enabled, and the SA-3B GOA system targeting a low-flying aircraft. As always, if you like this video, or you want to just subscribe to see when my new videos go online, then you can always subscribe to my channel, and you can like this video if you thought it was educational or even fun. And I'm not sure if I'll do a 3rd Let's Play video of this, but I'll see, because there's plenty of other missile systems to use. I shall see. I've had a go at playing Hotline Miami with Fraps, but Fraps doesn't seem to like Hotline Miami for some reason. It keeps stopping and starting the recording, so I think for now I won't be doing Hotline Miami. I'll probably do a playthrough of Dead Rising 2 instead. Or I've got a whole load of other games I want to play as well. But as always, like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to subscribe to my videos. And I shall see you all later.